The power of consistency is amazing. I was looking at some of the data, some metrics behind some of the marketing strategies that I've been doing. And looking through, I ran through and I was like, ooh, I'm seeing traffic coming from a specific Facebook page and a specific Google business page. So I dove deeper into it and I was like, not doing anything special. And I actually went more in depth on this on one of our coaching calls earlier today, around 2. But the same process, the same consistency is working in both Google, and this is Google, it used to be called Google My Business. It's Google, whatever Google decided to change the name to, and a Facebook page. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, of course, consistency works. But the interesting piece was all I'm doing is posting an image, which is pretty much those quotes that you'll see. You'll see quotes on my social media. Those are revelations, thoughts, ideas, or findings from reading, just from my own brain, etc. I'm posting those on offset days. So one day, it's actually 6 different locations, but one day I'll do Facebook. The next day I'll do Instagram. The next day I'll do Pinterest, LinkedIn, etc. So between those 4 or 5 different social media platforms, it's the exact same content that's just being dropped on those days. So I'm not just throwing it all on one. And I've got some tools I use for automation. You can find those out there. Just it's easy. But just that consistency. Now I also do these videos. These videos are supposed to be posting over there, but what I noticed is they're not. So I'm sitting here watching this and I'm like, wow, I'm posting the same exact images with a little bit of text. Now there's also some hashtags, and the hashtags are relevant to the topic in this specific instance. So I did a little research, got the hashtags, same exact hashtag or variation, the same hashtags, posted almost every single day. Boosted up one of my Facebook pages in the search engines. Interesting. And got more traction from Google My Business. Now, one thing I can tell you, historically, Google rewards consistency. Now, if consistency is every day or if consistency is every month, the consistency, you'll get rewarded. So these are just 2 platforms that I was really doing halfway. Nothing extra special. The videos and the text that I posted was not even going through. I was using some automated tactics. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, now if I'm more intentional, now that I see what I was doing wasn't working 100%, but it's working. Now I'm going to be more intentional with those 2 pieces and those 2 platforms to expand the results even more. How? By continuing to be consistent. So it was a good find. And that's one of the challenges that I see. We talk about, especially with agents, can't get too technical, can't get too much, because if you put too much in front of them, they don't do anything. It's people in general. If you give them too many options, they're like, oh my goodness, I can't do all this. Number 1 is consistency. With your marketing, with your follow-up. Whether your follow-up is on the phone, we like to use a little automation. So you have to have that personal connection. You got to use the phone, text message, follow up with old clients, etc. But also you can automate your consistency with your emails. And one thing agents don't realize that is that email is branding. When you look in your inbox, darn near every day, you're going to see an email from me if you're on my mailing list. Every day. Now you might be thinking, oh, Damon, that's too much. That is, that's an opinion, but I'm dropping value. And I don't want to work with you if you don't want to work with me. And if I'm sending emails too much, probably need to go somewhere else. Now, from a real estate perspective, at least weekly, you'll want to send out emails. But the consistency, even if you don't get it right, the consistency, number 1, it breeds a habit. Number 2, the consistency, you keep seeing it. People get busy. You're busy. When they see an email in the inbox, they're like, oh, I'm going to get to it. Guess what happens? At the right time, they're going to open that email and say, oh, I've been meaning to reach out to this person. I'm so glad. Let me go back and look at those other emails. I'm so glad they reached out to me because you were consistent. That is how so many, in the last, I'd say, 4 months, we've had 3 clients reach out to us. Each of them has done $2 million in deals simply from following up. One of them, they followed for 18 months, did 3 million. One of them did about 2.1 after 3 years. The other is about a year and a half, 2 years. He did 1.9. The only reason they did that is they consistently followed. Now, they didn't follow it the way that we suggest and recommend, but the fact is they followed up. The money is in the consistency. The money is in the follow-up. And you know, what I did 3 months ago is starting to pay off now. It's just like in real estate. Real estate runs in 3-month cycles. Your marketing and your consistency is the same. Too often, I spoke to a guy that was really, really good on social media. Really good. And he was like, you know, I have these agents out here and they're doing all this money from just their YouTube videos and just from their social. And I did it for 3 months and I stopped. And I was like, oh man. And when I say he's good, like he's got the inside scoop. His wife works for Disney. He's got the inside scoop of what's going on. Really well polished videos, but he stopped right when it was getting ready to get going. And I'm like, oh man, that's the problem. It didn't work because you didn't stop. You got to be consistent. I just did this because I was, number one, I know that the consistency works. I got a little kick in the pants and was like, okay, let me knock this out. Did it. Keep doing it. It fuels me. I start to feel a lot more motivated and my brain starts firing. As my brain's firing, I'm like, okay, I'm going to just keep doing this. When I realized that my consistency was working, but it wasn't working as well because there were some pieces that fell off, which I just investigated today. Like I said, now, okay, not only am I going to be consistent, now I'm going to optimize what I've been doing that hasn't been working, and I'm going to give Google what they want and benefit from what I've already done and just kind of pour a little more gasoline on the fire. So be consistent in your marketing strategies and your tasks. It pays off. It's just a patience thing. And here's the thing. As a real estate agent, if you are consistent, you already beat out probably 90% of agents because 90% of agents aren't going to be consistent or they're going to stop right before it gets good or they're just not going to do it at all. And that's the beauty of consistency. Most people won't do it. Like they say, the road to the extra mile is never crowded because most won't do it. You know, if it was easy, everybody would. So just wanted to share that with you guys about be consistent, keep up the consistency. We did open up one spot. We had one left and we're like, heck, let's open another. We opened up another spot. So we have 2 spots left. We just had the kickoff call for, I think we had 10 people show up. We're only going to have 15 at this first event in July. But we do have 2 spots left. And we have a scholarship available for both spots for the July 18th and 19th 2-day in-person only. There will be no recordings, no recordings sold. This is only in person. So you have to come to Tampa Bay for 2 days. We're going to show you, number one, how to attract new construction buyers in and out of state. You'll have your entire new construction lead generation campaigns set up with you in person. There's no way you can't understand the process or get everything set up and get the results because we're going to be over your shoulder. It's going to be intense, but we're going to make sure that it's set up. That's July 18th and 19th. We take care of breakfast and lunch for you. Day 2, which is Friday, happy hour. We got you. We're going to celebrate your win of setting it up. You're going to get more done in 2 days than you've gotten done in the entire year for majority of agents in the entire year. That sounds like a tall order, but it's so structured. We're going to have things set up. If you've been following me at all, we're like, yeah, let's go. I'm going to wait and see. And maybe come take advantage of this. We will only be doing these quarterly. So if you want this level of hands-on access, this is the only way you'll be able to get it. And we're going to show you our secrets for being consistent and the strategies I just told you about. I actually have a couple campaigns in the Tampa Bay area that I'm setting up for myself and for some of my partners, that now that I see what's happening, we're going to implement that. So that's just a little extra sauce that we'll be giving you after the event. After the event, you also have full support. We've got 24/7 access to Bat Phone. We have a top producer community. We have bonus marketing training that you'll have access to. You'll have coaching afterwards, so you're not going to just come learn something and get stuck. We got you to support you from there. But we only got 2 spots left. All the big discounts, early bird specials are gone, but we do have 2 spots left with a decent sized scholarship. And I'd invite you to come through. So DM me or click on a link in the bio, schedule a call, see if it's a good fit, or just say, Damon, give me the link. I'll give you the link. I'll give you the scholarship discount. You can secure your spot. We already have 4 people that seems are on the fence. I haven't heard back from them. I'm actually going to shoot some messages to them to see what they're going to do. And the next time we do this will be in Q4, and the price will be double. We're only doing it this price. I don't know why we're doing it this price, because we should be doing it for what we were doing the done with you before, which is $7 to 10 grand. But anyway, it will be between 7 and 10 grand next time, and that's going to be the cap. We're not going to ever go lower again. So we only want serious action takers, agents that are seriously willing to invest in themselves, bet on themselves. We have the results behind it. So it's one of those things where if you really want it, ask yourself, do you really want it? Because if you really want it, you're going to make it happen. We can definitely help you. We've got the receipts behind it. There's no smoke and mirrors. We'd love to help y'all out. DM me, and we'll get you rocking.